So everyone that was going to Quetzaltenango, we all got in this bus and we drove for a couple hours. I think it was like 4 or 6 hours, something between 4 and 6, and we came to Quetzaltenango. To the natives, it's known as Shela. So when we were on the mission, we never said Quetzaltenango unless we were saying we're part of the Quetzaltenango mission. The city part, known as Quetzaltenango, we just all called it Shela because that's how everyone called it. If you were ever trying to catch a bus, the guys would be yelling Shela, 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 and that was Quetzaltenango. And so Quetzaltenango is the second biggest city in Guatemala, and it's really high. It's not the highest city or place where people live, but it's very high up in the mountains. If I remember correct, we were like somewhere between 7,000 and 8,000 feet up in our mission. So it wasn't very hot like you would expect. Everyone thinks Guatemala and they think heat. Well, yeah, it's very hot in the coastal areas. But my mission, it was cold, and I love that. In fact, before my mission, I always told people whenever they said, "Where do you want to go?" I always said somewhere cold because I don't like the heat. I get very hot. So I just want to go somewhere cold. And I always said like maybe Russia or something. That'd be cool to learn Russian. But then I remember when I opened up my mission call, I read Guatemala Quetzaltenango. And I instantly knew that, and I've talked to missionaries before, you get this feeling, you just know that's where you're supposed to go. No matter what it says, when you read the words, wherever it says, no matter where you wanted to go, no matter how disappointed you are even sometimes, you just feel that you know that that's where you're supposed to go. And that's what I felt very strongly. It was an awesome experience. But I thought, I'm going to the heat, I'm going to Central America, figures. But sure enough, God knows me, and he sent me to the coldest mission in Central America. So I was pretty happy to learn that. It gets pretty cold. It doesn't get cold enough to snow ever, but it will get icy. Sometimes it will get icy on the cars and everything in the winter, like freezing rain a little bit. And so that it does get pretty dang cold up in that mission. And I remember at night you'd have to get bundled up a little bit because it definitely got cold. In the northern parts of our mission, there's warmer climate. Like Huehuetenango is a lot warmer. I finished my mission there, and it was pretty hot. And then even further north, in the furthest area out of our mission, there's a place called Las Vistas, and there it's very hot. That's the warmest part of our mission. That, and then a place called Quiche, and that's on the border of Mexico, the southern border of Mexico, Las Vistas, and it's very tropical. There's like jungle there and cool animals. I never went there. It's like 6 hours, 8 hours away from Shela. But I remember arriving the first day, seeing my mission president. It was funny. We all going to the Quetzaltenango mission. They have this board in the CCMA, or the MTC of Guatemala, where it showed all the mission presidents of the different missions in Central America, and every single one of them had a big old smile on and everything. And then we saw our mission president, and he had this looked like he was frowning, and we were all like, "Oh no, what's our mission president like?" But he was the nicest, just funniest man. I really loved my mission president, President Bautista. And so we didn't know what to expect when we first got there. I remember I told him about that once, and he laughed about it. We had a pretty good laugh about that because he was the only mission president that wasn't smiling. But he was there, and he was helping us with our stuff, and Sister Bautista was there saying hi to everyone, and it was really exciting. When we got to the mission home, there's Pizza Hut waiting for us. So that was something interesting, is there's a lot of fast food in Guatemala, mostly in Guatemala City, but Shela, since it is the second largest, they actually do have a Wendy's there, and a McDonald's, and Pizza Hut, and some other smaller, like there's a Domino's in Huehuetenango. So there was some American food there, and every once in a while if we, like at the end of the month, if we had saved up our money, we could buy some pizza and eat some pizza, and that was fun. But yeah, it was really exciting driving through the mountains, getting to our mission, and just going up and up and up and going through the mountains. And a lot of the roads on the way were not very well done, or some of them had fallen off the mountains a little bit. So we had to go around, the holes in the highways, and there's sometimes no railing, and a huge drop off the edge. So it was kind of crazy, but it was so cool. It really is beautiful. I love our mission. Wasn't the most tropical, jungly. There wasn't as many like animals like monkeys or snakes, that you would find in other missions in Guatemala. But it was unique because we were in the mountains, and very often you have to climb a mountain. You had to climb a mountain just to get to a family you were teaching. Literally climb around a mountain or over a mountain. My second area was called Quetzaltenango, and we literally every day to get to certain areas of our area, because it was a big area, we had to walk over mountains just to get there, and it was a lot of fun, a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat, but it was really cool. The city's beautiful. It's kind of got those cobblestone streets, kind of that old feel, but it is a pretty big city, and it's just right up there in the mountains.